If you're in fintech, you already know you're living in a hyper-competitive world. The real challenge, though, isn't just launching a great product, is it? It's earning the trust of users who have, endless options. So how do you stand out and build that loyalty? Well, the answer might be simpler and way more powerful than you think.
Let's just start with a number that should really grab you. 81%. That's how many consumers say they're more likely to buy from a brand that actually personalizes their experience. In fintech, this isn't just some random statistic. It's a direct line to growth that, honestly, a lot of brands are still overlooking.
All right, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to kick things off with the core problem in fintech, then dive straight into the personalization fix. After that, we'll get super practical, how to audit your strategy, measure what really matters, pick the right tools, and then pull it all together to build your path to growth. Okay, first up, let's talk about the problem. In a digital-first market like this, the battle isn't just over who has the slickest features. It's over trust. If your users don't feel like you get them, a competitor is always just one click away. So how do we build that connection then? We do it through personalization. This is the big shift from just shouting the same generic message at everyone to actually having a meaningful, one-on-one conversation with your users.
Let's make sure we're on the same page with what this actually means. Content personalization is, at its core, tailoring your content to match what you know about your users. Their specific preferences, their behaviors on your platform, and of course, their unique financial needs.
And here's what this actually looks like. It's a night and day difference. On the left, you've got the old way, one-size-fits-all, generic stuff. But on the right, you have the personalized approach. So instead of a vague save more money message, you're delivering content that helps someone tackle their specific goal, like managing student debt or planning for retirement. That's the game changer.
And when you get this right, the benefits are, well, they're huge. You stop just pushing products and you start delivering real, tailored solutions. Imagine your app notices a user dines out a lot. Instead of some random ad, it offers a personalized savings goal specifically for that habit. That is how you build trust, how you improve retention, and how you boost the lifetime value of every single customer.
This quote right here just nails it. In the financial world, trust is the ultimate currency. Showing you understand a user's specific needs isn't just good marketing. It's how you build the credibility and reliability your entire business is built on. It's absolutely crucial.
Okay, so we've covered the why. Now let's get into the how. The starting point for any great personalization strategy is a content audit. It's basically a deep dive into what you're doing right now so you can find those gaps and all the juicy opportunities for tomorrow. You can think of this as a pretty straightforward 5-step process. First, you review your data. Are you even using it right? Then, you check for relevance. Is this content actually useful? After that, you analyze your channels. You make sure your message is consistent, and finally, you evaluate your metrics to see exactly where you can get better. It's a simple but really powerful roadmap.
But here's a crucial point. An audit is only as good as what you measure. To see the real impact, we have to look past those vanity metrics, like likes, and focus on what truly moves the needle for the business.
Think of this table as your go-to guide. Your click-through rate tells you if your content is actually compelling enough to make someone act. A high bounce rate? Well, that's a big red flag that your content might be missing the mark. And session duration? That shows you just how captivating your stuff really is. Each one tells a different piece of the story.
Let's look at a real-world example, because this is where it gets exciting. Robinhood started personalizing its emails with custom, timely notifications based on what users were actually doing. The result? A massive 29% jump in engagement. That's not just a small bump. That's the power of relevance in action.
And this chart just makes it crystal clear, doesn't it? You don't need to squint to see the impact. On the left, you've got the baseline. On the right, after personalization, you see that huge 29% jump. This visual makes it undeniable. This is the kind of clear, measurable lift that proves the ROI of getting personal.
Now, you might be thinking, wow, this sounds like a ton of work, and you're not wrong. But the good news is you don't have to do it all by hand. The right tools can automate a lot of the heavy lifting and give you the insights you need to make smarter, faster decisions.
So let's talk tools. Here are a few must-haves for your toolkit. Google Analytics is your go-to for audience behavior. SEMrush helps you find SEO gaps. Hotjar is incredible. It lets you literally see how users interact with your site. And something like HubSpot is perfect for segmentation. Each tool is powerful, but together they give you that full 360-degree view. All right, let's start to bring this all home. The thing to remember is that the audit isn't the finish line. It's the starting pistol. This is all about turning those insights into a continuous cycle of improvement and growth.
So at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. An audit gives you a clear, actionable roadmap. It is the key that unlocks higher engagement, better retention, and real measurable growth, because it connects the content you create directly to the goals that matter most to your business.
So I want to leave you with a question to chew on. If you ran this audit tomorrow, what's the very first gap you think you'd find in your own strategy? Whatever your answer is, that's your starting point.